It's John Dingwall from the Daily Record. I'm here with what, 1/7 of Alabama 3, is that right?
How you doing, bro? My name's Larry Love. I'm happy to be here.
Now, the guys have come up with a pretty novel concept, I think, for the new album. Tell us a little bit about it, Larry.
Basically, we're kind of lazy, kind of over the age of 25. And last year we did a thing called the 12-step program where we did... every month we gave away 3 songs on a website, of which all our fans choose one of them, which ends up at the end of the year, a 12-track album, which we then kind of mix according to their taste. And then on top of that, we get them to do a remix album as well. So basically, we're just kind of letting... No one's buying music anymore, so give it away, but let the fans do some goddamn work.
That's great. And I mean, obviously, Alabama 3, I mean, as well as the various albums you've released, you've always been renowned as a live band, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, when it gets us out of the house.
But I mean, nowadays they're talking about that. They're saying live music is really where it's at.
Well, I think very much is. I think that's why festival attendances are going up because, I think I welcome the kind of internet and I welcome free downloads, and I think there's nothing we can do about as musicians in terms of stopping kids file sharing, and that's fair enough. And we're returning to an age where music was about getting out of your studio and working. And I'm happy to say Alabama 3 have been doing that long enough to be a seasoned veterans, and we more than enjoy. I mean, so it's gonna, but it's good. It's a good time for live music. And the recessions, global recessions, have traditionally been, as jazz in the 30s or kind of punk rock in the 70s, acid house, and it's a good, as musicians we have a responsibility to kind of ride that kind of wave and give people a good time,
Well, you've always kind of had like social kind of meaning to your songs, because I woke up this morning, it was about, was that right? Am I right in thinking it was about domestic abuse?
It's about, it's written about a woman called Sarah Thornton whose case, she's represented by Helena Kennedy QC, and she changed the law of defence of provocation vis-a-vis women who've been battered and abused. And I wrote about a woman and I changed it to an American kind of trailer park, but lo and behold, it becomes an anthem for gangsters.
For the Sopranos.
Yeah. So.
I mean, is it a bit ironic then, or is there a kind of strange feeling when you do that song and everyone's kind of like celebrating it almost? You know what I mean?
I like, one of the joys of being a musician writing songs is how your songs develop, and they have an ambiguity which is interpreted according to the listener. And if some people want to interpret it that way or the other, it's good. As long as we don't get interpreted by the BNP as supporting them, I don't mind, because there's been a lot of problems at the moment with them fascists kind of, they're appropriating kind of certain musicians' music, and they're up in arms about it. That's quite a big issue now. Is that
Yeah, who did they took someone's track, didn't they? Recently?
Yeah, they've been. I can't remember. It might have been Coldplay or something like that, or U2 or something like that. But they were kind of totally inappropriate thieving of the wrong context, man.
No, they've not touched any of your songs.
We did have a funny incident where a load of them came down and said that they really liked the song called Mao Zedong Said, and then they come to the gig, all these skinheads, and realised it was not their kind of environment. PMP stick to Screwdriver and those fascist oi bands that Gary Bushell used to promote so well. Where are you now, Gary?
And now Rockness, this is what, your second time here?
Yeah.
And what do you make of this as a festival?
It's beautiful, got a really chilled out vibe. I like the fact that it's not too corporate, that it's kind of all the security are cool as houses, and I think you've got a really good lineup. I mean, we cherry picking the sort of festival doing this year, but this one's quite appealing. You've got top lineup, got Orbital, you got Dizzy. It's a good, good vibe. And I like a lot of the techno you got in the situation. Alabama 3 love our techno music, man.
That's great. Well, listen, thank you, Larry, for your time, and great to see you here at Rockness.
Let's have it. God bless. Nice one.
Take care.